Masters of Rock se blíží ke konci a tohle je vlastně předposlední rozhovor, i když to vás asi zajímat nemusí. Důležité je to, že tady máme kluky z Children of Bodom, Janeho a Daniela. Hello guys, nice to meet you.
Hey man, how are you doing?
Okay.
How are you doing?
Very good. Fun show, really good crowd. So I'm doing great.
Yeah, could be better.
Could be better.
Couldn't be better. Could not.
It's like 5 minutes after the show.
Yeah.
You took a rest in the dressing room, so I was thinking, is it just like, okay, we need to rest for a while, or are you discussing the show, what could be better, or
Well,
A little bit both. I think,
I just changed my shirt and ate a hamburger.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in the 5 minutes.
You came back after 12 years. I'm not sure if you do remember. You've been here in 2007.
Oh, it's that long ago.
Yes.
Wow.
It's quite unusual for this festival that long. Usual events come back much often. Do you have any kind of memories? Probably Daniel not.
No.
No, not really.
I mean,
Thanks for being honest.
yeah, I do remember the name of the festival, but that's it. That's about it.
So you don't remember because it was still sex and drugs and rock and roll in Children of Bodom back then?
No comment.
Okay. How did you enjoy tonight's show? I've heard some positive comments.
Yeah, I mean, tonight was amazing. Really good crowd. Really, really good.
Yeah, they were so into it, and they dig the whole soul, all the way.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell when from the first song on, there's a circle pit going, like, okay, this is gonna be a good night, and it was an amazing, really good crowd. And I had no idea it's been that long since we've been here last. So, I mean, such a good festival.
You're gonna come back more often.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed there was quite a lot of crowd surfers, probably the most we've seen
Okay.
this year. Do you keep track of what's going on under the stage? Maybe see some faces, or just
Yeah.
the overall energy?
I mean, crowd surfing is something. I think I don't know if it's still valid, but some years ago our band did hold an official record for Wacken Festival of number of crowd surfers.
And that was?
I can't remember, but they have helicopters, security, and they have to count the people.
Okay.
So they're so strict with security. So I know that we did hold the record for most crowd surfers. So yeah, maybe that's something that's traditional to our music, and the crowd tonight was also into it.
Maybe you set up a new record in here.
Maybe, possibly.
Hopefully, yeah.
Possibly, yes.
I've noticed a girl with a broken leg and the crutches crowd surfing.
Yes. We've had a wheelchair crowd surf, so we've had it all, you know.
Does it boost you, or does it motivate you when you see people going wild? Do you want to go even wilder?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
definitely.
Yes.
It's definitely a boost.
Yes.
Okay, maybe question, again, not for Daniel, sorry. But you four have been in a band for 22 years now altogether, which is, I guess, quite a wonder considering the music you play and the wild life that Children of Bodom was known for.
Yes.
So, no comment again.
No, I mean, what's the question? I mean, we had no idea we could have done this for 22 years when we started. Had no idea what's going to happen. I've had a great 22 years. I just turned 40. I'm going to be a dad in like a week. So, you know, yeah, thank you. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be different for me. But what can I say? I've had a great 22 years.
Do you feel the band is still coming up? You know,
Well, you know, things are changing. Music business is very different than what it was when we started. Things come and go. One thing that will never go away is heavy metal music, though. It'll always be there. It'll sometimes be a bit more mainstream or not, but it will always be there.
3 last questions for TV Rebel. We're asking them, everyone in here. Are you rebels? Do you consider yourself to be rebels?
Yes, absolutely.
What was the most rebellious thing you have ever done in your life? Some crazy story you can share without being punished by the law officials?
Without being arrested. Yeah, shit. I don't know. We've done so much stupid shit in the back in the days. I mean,
Yeah, it's so rebel that I can't even rebuild.
right.
Yeah.
We've been such rebels that we can't remember half of what we did. So, yeah.
Okay, and who was the biggest rebel in music history, in your opinion?
Oh,
It's a tough one.
shit. Yeah. Print.
Print.
Yeah.
I guess we had this answer a couple of years ago. Daniel?
I don't know, Ozzy.
Ozzy? Okay, this is more usual. Thank you guys for,
Thank you.
your show, for
Okay,
being
thanks,
us with
man.
here, to be children of Bodom.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy. Jsme na festivalu Masters of Rock zase trošičku v jiném prostředí, nejen v tom novinářském tiskovém stanu. A nejsme ani venku, momentálně prší, jsme tady v turbuse a jsme tady v turbuse Maxe Cavallery. Hello. Sir, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Good to be here.
Well, I was checking, this is the lineup card for the festival. I was checking all the bands. We had Uriah Heep at first day, and then I checked the other days. And even though I hate awards because I think it is used too much, I guess we can call you a true legend among those other bands because the years you've been active on the scene, the albums you have made, the impact you have made, it's been a lot.
Well, you're a romantic fool. No, it's nice, man. You know, I appreciate that.
Do you have a time at least or to stop and think back and thought to yourself, man, I did a lot? Or are you more of the guy thinking in the future?
Yeah, I try not to, you know. I mean, sometimes there's a little bit of nostalgia, you know. And that's kind of cool. I do stuff with my brother, you know. We go back to the old records. But I am kind of like a present, future. I even like to think in terms of some people think like, oh yeah, the golden days of metal, you know. To me, is right now. You know, we are living. I mean, I work my whole life to be able to do what I'm doing right now. When I was a kid in Brazil, this is all I wanted to do, is play metal and live it, you know, live the dream, as they say. And so I'm living it, man. So this is, to me, this is the golden era right now. You know?
I'm not sure if there's a way to measure it, but I guess that you have to notice that you are highly popular, especially in Czech Republic, probably because people in here live a lot in those the gold days of metal music.
It's all good, man. You know, like I'm just happy to be alive and be playing and be able to share with my family and my fans, because I consider all of them into the same thing. You know, we are in the same, I like to call tribe. You know, so all our tribe. You know, and we are this kind of a tribe. You know, this is different from society. The way we dress, the way we present ourselves. And now that I involve my family, I have my son Zion playing drums. I work with my wife all the time, Gloria. You know, we got really good collaboration, man. Like 30-some years, you know, we've been together. This is very rare in this business, you know. So it's like, to me, and I love the excitement that the fans have. You know, it's especially here. It's really, you can feel it. The hair stands up, you know, in your arm. It's great.
I know you are not afraid to admit that you actually like the life on the road. A lot of musicians hate touring, and if they could choose, they would be rather just the studio musicians. So does it help a lot to have your tribe and even your sons in the band? I know they're not young kids anymore, so it probably wouldn't hurt that much if they would be, you know, far from you, if they would be left home. But anyways, does it help to?
I think it helps a little bit. I mean, I still have some kids at home. You know, my older kids, they stay at home. But yeah, I'm a road dog, road warrior, whatever they want to call it. You know, I was born for this. You know, like I don't care. Like sometimes the tours are like 9 weeks. Most of the people in this bus tours than the 8th week are very crabby. Hey, don't touch me, you know. I'm cool, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm loving it. You know, let's stay another year. If it was up to me, I'll be on the road forever, man. You know, I love it. That's why I love the Motorhead song. We are the road crew. That's like, it's the true spirit of life on the road.
Having your son in a band, would you say you have learned from him something musician-wise, or?
I learned from him kind of like what I'm really close to two of my kids, you know, Zion and Igor, you know, and Igor is more of the metal guy, you know, like he knows the bands. He got me into a lot of bands like Full of Hell and Nails and Gate Creeper and Yob. And Zion is a bit like, he's not really a metal guy, but he's full of youth, you know, he's full of energy. And we kind of butt heads a little bit sometimes because I want to play some songs and he doesn't like some of the songs. And we get in some kind of argument, you know. But it's fun. I think like that's how it's supposed to be. Like, you know, I think arguments are good because when you argue, sometimes you have to
forward.
You have to compromise. You have to make a compromise. And when you make a compromise, it's the same as when you're making records. You know, like that's what I think. Sometimes when I'm making a record, I don't settle for the easiest thing. I kind of go trying the hard thing. You know, like the uncomfortable thing. When you feel comfortable, everything is good, everything is easy, you know? Like when you're uncomfortable, that's when you're real tested. That's when your true spirit is tested. It's when you're uncomfortable, when you're not in your place, and you gotta really work hard. You know, that's like the real true test. So, but yeah, I love working with him. Like he brings a lot of energy.
Last year we have Udo Dirk Schneider in here at the festival, and maybe you know that he has his son on drums these days, and we talk about the moments when the father is not father anymore and is a bandmate. So I guess that is what you just talked about, that you are not just a father anymore, and you need to sometimes argue about the music stuff. And
I was never really even
the father
like really strict. They're more of my friends, really. I grew up with them, and it's actually kind of wrong to me to be like that, but I don't care. I like to be close to them like that, you know. So it's like, but in the band, I think I deal more with Zion more like musician, you know. I talk to him in music terms, and like, you have to do this, we have to get that, you know. We have to play this song or play that song, like, you know, make a set list for nights like tonight, you know. So yeah, it's more like a musician friendship, but still sometimes it's kind of like a little bit easier being a dad because you can put a little bit of power, you know. Like, you better do this, you know.
Now I'm thinking about a story we came across just the other night. It's coincidentally a story involving your previous band Sepultura, and we are remembering the days when Derek has a small kid, and one of the ladies from here had to take care of the kid while the dad was performing on the stage, and the son wanted to go on the stage and saw his dad, Derek, to scream and shout and you know, run over the stage, and he was scared after that of his dad because he saw him perform as a small kid. Do you have maybe some similar memories? Because I guess you took Zion and Igor also at a very small age with you touring.
The difference is that Zion and Igor were kind of grow up in this atmosphere from the beginning. So there's videos of me going to the studio and recording Roots with Zion in the car, and I have him in the booth with me when I was screaming Roots, Bloody Roots, with him inside the booth, you know. And it's cool. I showed him that the other day, and he was like freaking out because he doesn't remember. He was only 2 years old. And then there's pictures of them sleeping on guitar cases where Ozzy Osbourne is singing in the background, you know, like doing the Ozfest and stuff. So they never really got, the couple people that got kind of scared, there was some family members. I remember some of my aunts in Brazil who came to see my show, and they were totally freaking out. Like, what happened? You were so nice and mellow, and you got on the stage and it was, I don't know you. I don't know who that guy is. It's kind of like it's a bit like a ritual, you know. So it's kind of transformation. I'm not the same person now. When I get on the stage, it's different. It's more like You know, you gotta put like feel some kind of transformation, personality, and you gotta feel the energy and with the crowd, and you become somebody else. You know.
To the festival, and this is your first time with Soulfly at this place. What do you heard about it? What do you heard about the festival? What do you expect? Because you are probably the heaviest band on the bill.
Well, very excited to be here. You know, we're good. We have a good relationship with George. You know, the owner of the festival. He's a good friend, and we. I see Gloria, talk to him all the time, and I think finally, I think he's been asking for us to be on this festival for a couple of years, and we finally got it. You know, so I'm very excited for tonight, and I think it's going to be a great show. And we're coming back in October or November with Beneath the Remains and Arise here to Czech Republic with my brother. So, yeah, I heard great things, man, and I think I love these festivals. You know, it's great. You know, because I think like it is a different show from your headline show. You know, it's has a different feeling, with like more people, bigger. We even changed the set list a little bit. We have play a little bit more jam songs like Tribe and No Hope No Fear and Primitive. You know, more kind of like. More like jumping kind of songs, you know, yeah. So the crowd gets really into it, you know. But I love it. I'm so excited to be here. I know it's gonna be late, 12:45. I think we go on. But I'm super pumped. I'm ready, man. You know, I'm ready to go right now.
اليوم لا تنسى النار حتى تجلب يوسف
Well, 3 last questions, short ones. We are TV Rebel. I'm asking that all the people in here. Do you consider yourself a rebel?
I think so, man, because, you know, like, society doesn't like us, you know, and I never really care about society, you know. Even in Brazil, when I started, I was proud to wear black shirts and be kind of black sheep, you know. So in that way, and I look up for guys like, to me, my kind of like role models are like Lemmy. You know, Lemmy is a role model, and some of the kind of like some of the punk guys, you know, like Ramones, Jello Biafra, Sex Pistols, you know, like renegades like Bon Scott, you know. Yeah, man, you know, like it's cool. It's good. It feels great to be part of something that it's yours. You know, like nobody can take this from me. It's mine. You know, and I use it as a weapon. You know, I go.
And what would you say was the most rebellious thing you have ever done in your life besides starting the band in Brazil and becoming huge?
I'm kind of a troublemaker by nature. I can't help it. There's been many things. There's funny stuff, you know.
We heard some.
There's a couple, you know, puking on elevators. Those are like.
We need some of the dirt stories.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most kind of funny ones was. It's actually it's a bit crazy, but it's I tell you anyway. I was like drinking a lot. I've been sober now 10 years, you know. But before that, I was drinking a lot, and we were on tour, and there was nothing to drink in the bus because they wanted me to stop drinking. So I went to the bathroom, and I was drinking the soap.
Soap, yeah, I see.
So you wash your hands.
Yeah.
and my wife busted me drinking the soap. You know, like, you're fucking crazy. You're gonna kill yourself with that stuff. Right. Yeah, you know, that's just one of those funny stories. But there's been others like stuff like. There was one time in Japan, my feet stink real bad. We went to a restaurant and you had to go to eat barefoot.
Take the shoes
and
off.
they had to put bags, like plastic bags, around my feet, and it still stink. Everybody was like.
Okay.
So yeah, I like doing fun stuff like that.
And the very last one, you mentioned some names. Who would you say was the biggest rebel in music history?
Biggest troublemaker?
Biggest rebel in music history.
Biggest rebel. I mean, there's been, you know, there's been a couple, like I think Lemmy is definitely one of them. I think Lemmy, Bob Marley, and Bon Scott.
Okay.
I mean, those three are pretty, you know.
Thank you, sir, for being us with here. Prepare for the show. Congratulations to Brasilia winning Copa America.
Yeah.
And enjoy your stay in here.
Yeah.
Max Cavalera.
Stay metal. Czech Republic.